T-L.
It's time!
W-T-L.
I think we got a show. Oh, yeah, we got a show.
W-T-L.
And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. Where's the line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
The J.O.
Big J.O. I mean, you're not just killing it on this platform. You're across so many different places. You're everywhere right now, but to laugh with me, it's no laughing matter.
It is no laughing matter at all. We've gone global, baby. You can find us on the iHeartRadio network.
Yeah. And you get somebody like iHeart behind you. Who knows? Who knows? I mean, you've already taken over the world. Are we talking like beyond?
I have set it as a goal, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I told my wife that I've set it as a goal that I would like to host one of those iHeart jingle balls. You know, they do at Christmas time, those big arena concerts.
Okay.
Yeah, so
all right.
As you can tell, I've got my sights set pretty high.
Yeah. I was just thinking like Interstellar, you know, something like that. Universe, like you're taking over the universe.
Well, if they ever do another Space Jam, maybe I could be an announcer of the game or something.
I like that. Cool. I like that. I mean, they gave LeBron James a crack at it. You know, I think people are ready for the next thing, you know.
Yeah.
A little underwhelming if, you know, I didn't see it, so I'm just saying.
Oh, you didn't watch the movie?
No, I didn't see the LeBron James one.
Don't see it.
Okay, see? That's what I'm talking about.
I did see it. Don't see it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I do a lot of broadcasting, a lot of high school games, and I see a bunch of the old school, like they do theme nights, Jersey nights, the student section. See a lot of the Looney Tunes, the original ones.
Yeah,
you know.
People love that throwback.
Yeah, but I don't see any of the LeBron ones. You know, so just that alone, you know.
Funny story, at Shields, I did see it like a LeBron Space Jam jersey on the rack. It was the clearance rack.
Okay.
But I saw it for sale back when the movie came out. And I thought, well, that looks cool.
Just started on the clearance rack.
Started on the clearance rack. I did not buy it, but I did see one.
Okay.
So they are out there.
They're out there. All right. Maybe it just stayed on that clearance rack. Who knows? We got to get to, we got to, before we look too far ahead, we got to look a little back here. Huskers faceplant. Faceplant against Penn State. I don't know how many times this team, this fan base, this coaching staff can be humbled. Just think of Penn State now. Remember that talk about, was Matt Rule our guy? He's an our guy. I think they just answered that for themselves.
They moved on, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you know, and then, of course, Barstool gets to run with it and the whole 9 yards. Just brutal. And I'm living through this. I really don't want to focus too much on that because I want to have a happy holiday, you know. But we do have to recognize Penn State covered.
By quite a bit, yeah. They did cover.
Oh, man.
Well, they do say, you know, at the holidays, you never talk about politics.
Yeah.
And you never talk about Husker football at the table because this kind of stuff will happen.
Oh, man. It used to be what brought everybody together. You know, that cranky uncle that had that one take, but you could always level with him with Husker football, you know.
Well, Coach Rule, he did say post-game that they were prepared, that he thought they were prepared.
Yeah.
That all the coaches, all the players, everybody thought they were ready for this.
Yeah.
That's just...
More questions.
So it's not even a matter of teams that are ranked. It's a matter of teams that maybe have been ranked at some point in the season.
Yeah.
That are bugaboo, because that was bad.
I heard this take, and I'm chewing on it right now, and it speaks to his demeanor as a coach, Coach Rule, and his staff. How they every game they look at it as it's a process. You know, you got to win all 4 quarters, and you got to win most importantly in the 4th quarter. So everything's kind of even keel. That's fine and dandy, and they've won some games this year, winning in the 4th quarter. That's
Correct.
been nice. But when you don't start a game off with your hair on fire, ready to deliver that first punch, it appears that you're flat.
Well, you could argue that the Huskers looked pretty good on that first drive.
Yes.
And did exactly that. Hair on fire, let's go. And then 4th down, you go for it. And I'm sure, I don't know how many of us were thinking this very thing. If we don't get this,
Yikes.
What's going to happen? And then sure enough, you don't take the points. And then next thing you know, it's quite a while till we score.
I was a little shocked to hear, you know, throughout the week, everybody has their take, and nobody covers the Huskers like Husker media.
That's right.
But I was kind of surprised to hear the majority of Husker media, whether it's radio guys, YouTubers, whatever, they were on Coach Rule's side saying go for it in that spot because you need touchdowns to beat Penn State. When I consumed that, when I saw that, and my first thought, and then when I thought back on it, I want to take the lead.
Yeah.
I'm so conservative. And also, like, funny things happen when you're on the road and you're up on a team. Put the pressure on them. If we don't expect to win the game anyway, go ahead and say, hey, we were winning. Like, I want to, and it's more of a cocky attitude in my mind to do the humble thing and just take the lead, like the Huskers used to do when they would dominate teams. I don't understand this. Got to do it right now in order to win. Okay, you do that, you put so much on the line, and then you get fed your medicine, and you're on the road. What's so wrong with taking the lead when you can get it?
Well, isn't the game whoever scores the most points?
Yeah,
I mean, take the points where you can get them. You don't know when your next shot is. You hope it's on the next drive, but you just don't know. Take the 3, and if you go for it on fourth down and you get shut down like we did, then what? Then Penn State gets to just play their game. They don't feel the pressure of now we're down.
Exactly.
They're going to go up and score us. Like you just gave them a gift, not just on taking points off the board, but then in their mentality of it.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot to the game, and it just seems like we're going backwards.
And don't come at me with you just wanted those 3 points to help your cover. So what?
Yeah, who cares? That's what we do.
Come on. Jeez. You know what else it could have done is led to a victory. But, I mean, obviously not in that game. There's a lot of things that went off the rails. So, much like Coach Rule in his postgame presser and later this week, he wants to put that game in a shelf in the drawer and leave it be.
We're on to Iowa.
We're on to Iowa. We're Iowa. The Hawkeyes. They are coming to town, Memorial Stadium, where they've had a lot of success over the years since we've joined the Big Ten. Open up as a 5.5-point favorite on many books. It has dwindled to 4. Imagine that. Nebraska's point spread moving quite a bit after the opening line of 5.5 down to 4. It just feels like if this game just goes the way it has over the years, Nebraska will be in control. Nebraska will feel really good, up by a couple scores. And then here we are with, 5 seconds left to go, 10 seconds left to go, and Iowa has this on the ropes, and they're about to win by 3.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Iowa doesn't leave points laying around the field.
Oh, my God.
They take the points where they can get them. Sometimes it's in 3s.
You mean like in a Minnesota team that in the first quarter they'll punt on 4th and short?
That's exactly.
Wow.
Incredible.
Huh.
That's you. Man, you just gave me I just had that PTSD, a little bit. With
that PJ Fleck PTSD.
Yeah, I'm like, PJ Fleck. PJ Fleck.
Sorry, I didn't mean to derail you there.
I almost fell out of my chair. I started talking about Iowa. Yeah, that's the thing. They're really good at doing the basic things, and we like to laugh about that,
Yeah.
And
Yep.
sure, they well deserved the jokes about it.
They earn them. They earn it all.
But they beat us with it.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. We
It's
have to
frustrating.
play that game.
Yeah. So right now I'm actually seeing some 6s on the boards out there. Obviously, we cannot bet on this on our home books because we still have a funny rule that allows us to bet out of state but not in state. So a lot of these things you'll have to just, drive 5 miles this way, 10 miles that way, whatever. Then you can. It's okay. But I am seeing some 6s now. Iowa favored by 6. And this little on sportswire.com saying Iowa's going to cover this by 6. You got that total at 38.5. They're also saying take the over. Both of those things are kind of shocking to me because this is whether Iowa's good, Nebraska's bad, it's a close game.
Yeah.
And like last year, I think it was 13-10. It's a low-scoring game.
Low-scoring game. Well, that's the total that I've seen is 39 and a half, kind of in that range.
Yep.
So then it's all right, could be a low-scoring game, much higher than that 13-10 you were talking about. But that's the 6s concern me because I feel like this game's going to be close.
Yeah.
Because the last 2 years, it just comes down to that field goal, and you can just kind of see it in your head.
Yeah.
So I like the line to just get a little bit closer. But, man, hitting the over, if this game can just become somewhat of a shootout. I'm asking a lot with Iowa.
You are.
But if just a little bit, that 39.5 is doable.
Very doable. This matchup predictor has Iowa winning 27-20. So they're smashing the over
Okay.
with that. But what does Iowa have done this year to make me think that they're going to score 27 points offensively? Right. You're just counting on our bad tackling. And sometimes we do tackle. Sometimes our defense shows up.
That would come straight from the running back and their line just manhandling us, which
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now this model's starting to make sense to me here on sportswire.com. Okay.
But you don't expect the quarterback from Iowa, Gronkowski.
He's a good runner. But, he had one of his better games last week. Beating Michigan State like they would beat Nebraska on a last-second field goal. Went 12 of 22, so 54.5% completion percentage. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he had 57 yards on 11 carries. And he was just celebrating his butt off there at the end of the fourth quarter, and why not? They won.
They won.
But he made the big throw when he needed to.
Yeah.
Yikes.
At the end of the day, you just need one, right? Yeah.
I guess. Depending where this point spread falls, that's the key to me. The threshold here for me is probably that 4 points. If I can get Iowa 4, I'll take Nebraska covering that. If it gets closer, then I got Iowa covering. And that's just because of the past 12, 15 years experience I have with the Nebraska-Iowa game. Last week, got burned because I thought Penn State would win the game. I just thought Nebraska would make it into a game.
Yeah. Well,
no.
And the very fact that we didn't make it a game just kind of feeds into everything this Iowa-Nebraska Heroes game matchup's been forever.
Oh.
And that's why
the illustrious Heroes game.
And I'm right there with you on the anything 4 points or higher.
Yeah.
I got Nebraska, but if it dips below that,
yeah.
I mean, why didn't you just go with the data in front of you was just I was going to cover that.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know.
It did. Give me any other reason. I mean, Iowa even beat the tar out of Penn State earlier this year, and then Penn State's got a great run defense. They got a good rushing attack, and you can make the case Iowa has better on both fronts.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes. I get it, though. There's emotions into it, but facts are facts. Nebraska's on a short week. So is Iowa. I get it, but it just feels like they're better equipped for this game. And earlier in the week, it was windier and all get out, so weather might play a factor. I feel like that probably plays into Iowa's repertoire as well. Real quick, let's get back to that total. Let's say it is 39.5. It's probably going to come down a little bit here. You were making a case for that over. Is that where you're going to lay your money, though?
No, I'm thinking under.
Yeah.
Especially if that's the line that we're kind of sitting at is around that 39.5.
Yep.
But I feel like this game's going to be very similar to last year.
Yeah.
With that 13-10 kind of lies kind of in that range, especially from what Iowa's offense gives us. We know what Nebraska's can do. It's just after last week, you kind of wonder if, maybe the UCLA game was a one-off.
And I don't want to put too much on Latif because I thought he did a pretty darn good job.
He did a good job.
No interceptions. Yes. Man, he had a lot of pressure in his face. He was on the road. I know it wasn't a sellout crowd, but it was still a loud crowd.
Still loud, yeah.
Big crowd, big road environment. Hopefully, had that home field advantage will serve him well. And, hey, maybe we can threaten that over, but I'm taking the under as well.
Yeah.
Well, we're up against it, but let's take a minute to recognize one of our fabulous partners, and that is NordVPN. Browse, work, and play online with confidence thanks to the world-class cybersecurity. Shield your online activities, hide your virtual location, and block everyday internet threats with NordVPN. Receive up to 77% off when using our WTL link within the description. And hey, it's a home game, so, right?
This is perfect timing for this free. Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. This is WTL. And welcome back, everybody, to WTL. You know what that stands for. Where's the line? Nebraska's first and only sports betting show. I'm your host, Andy Klassen, joined by
the J.O.
The J.O. And we're just going to keep this train rolling.
Yeah, go Big Red.
We're going to go Big Red. It's Friday, the night game at Memorial Stadium. 11 o'clock kick. Boys going to be up in time? A little early.
It's going to be a little chilly out.
Yeah.
It's going to be, getting the crusties out of your eyes.
Yeah. And, I had a number of night games. It's got to be tough for those guys, going from a night game to an early game like that and all these national broadcasts. I just, I feel bad for him.
They're professional athletes at this point, right? That's
That is amazing that, you try, I find myself being a Husker apologist, but they're just kids.
They're just kids.
Making six figures.
Yeah, they'll be okay.
Yeah, they'll be all right.
I used to care about that. Now I'm like, yeah, they'll be okay.
Yeah, nah, I don't think so.
Go do your job.
All right, so we want to talk some player props, and we got a slew of props that are fitting, tailor fit for this Iowa-Nebraska hero game matchup. Is this brought to us by Hy-Vee? Is this a Hy-Vee thing?
It used to. I don't know that it is anymore.
Hy-Vee can come up with heroes for us, or what? What's going on here?
I think there's you can find a hero in every aisle with all those smiles going on, but that's
oh jeez.
Yeah. But
no free shout-outs.
Yeah.
We love you, Hy-Vee, based out of Iowa, but still employee owned. Tip of the cap.
Yep.
All right. So I think one of the props that we got to get into is Emmett Johnson, his over/under rushing total. He has been the bright spot, you'd have to say, for the Husker offense throughout the season. He is averaging 113 yards on the ground at home throughout this entire season. That is where that total is at, over or under. Iowa's got a great run defense, but for whatever reasons, Nebraska flips that switch at home, and they pile up the yards, and EJ has been at the forefront of that. He's going to get a lot of carries. Let's see here. I think he's got, over 220 carries on the season already. Ooh. Well over 1,200 yards, 11 touchdowns. He's averaging even after last week. Last week he even got 100 yards.
Yeah.
Somehow. He's averaging 5.6 yards per carry. You can see it, but the Iowa defense stands in the way. What do you think?
That's what most of that game last week. You're probably going, well, give it to Johnson. Where's Johnson? Why is it Johnson making the big? He was getting his.
Yeah.
I mean, 103 yards last week, 129 the week before, 165 against USC, 124 against Northwestern.
Yeah.
Give me the over, even against the Iowa Hawkeye defensive line. I like this challenge for him. I mean, he just spewed off a whole bunch of stats that tell me he's probably NFL ready. And if he's going to be NFL ready, he's going to go up against some NFL studs on that defensive line. So.
Yeah, and he's got nearly 1,000 yards just against Big Ten competition alone. So he has been able to kind of carry that pail. That's been the question that's been answered. Is he durable enough? Well, he has been. He is.
He's shown it.
And this is the last game of the season for all intents and purposes, right? I feel that it's going to come down to just like what we saw in the Penn State game. Can he break one off for 35 yards, 40 yards or more? If he can get a splash play, I love the over. He's going to get it. But if he doesn't get that, if Iowa just contains him and does Iowa things, if they Iowa this thing up, he could easily go under. Yeah,
but you know what they say. I mean, when you've got you always give the ball to the best player. You don't let the big dog eat. I mean, he's the best player on the offensive side of the football.
Okay.
A
war of
in
attrition.
My opinion, yeah. Just keep handing off. Let's Harbaugh this thing. Why don't we have Jim Harbaugh style football with Emmett Johnson a running back and just keep pounding the rock. Then it'll open some things up, for TJ. I like the over here even with, but to your point, he's going to have one splash. Probably.
One splash play will get me there.
Yeah, just like last week. I mean, it took the 30-some yard, whatever that was.
52 on the first drive.
That's exactly 50. All right, it's a good chunk of it right there.
Yeah.
But, one splash play will get you there.
Okay, all right. Well, let's flip the script. We don't want to just focus on Iowa offense. We got to talk about the limited Iowa offense here, not just Nebraska offense. Mark Gronkowski, their star quarterback, came in with a lot of hype. And as of right now, he's passed for over 1,000 yards. So, I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
You said a lot of hype. We were talking before the season how their highlight on Twitter was the out route. We've got a guy.
He nailed a 5-yarder.
Yeah.
We were talking about Jameis Winston before we got on. It's like, he's got to be in on the joke, right? Is Iowa in on the joke?
They've got to be. If they're not, I mean, this probably is impressive for them.
Okay. Well, 7 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on the season. He held true to that last week in that climatic game against Michigan State where he had 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Is he going to do it again? Is he going to go 1-1?
I've got under for him on everything. I think we could. I think we could
Under a half interception?
Under a half. All right, I take that back on the interception.
Okay.
I think we're going to hit the over on that. Yes, he's going to throw a pick. I do think we're going to hit the under on that touchdown, under a half on the touchdown, because I just don't see him matching up well with our secondary. I mean, this is going to be one of the last shots at our secondary, really showing what we've been all season, and I'm really excited to see it against this Iowa quarterback. But I do think he throws at least one pick.
Okay,
and it'll just be a matter of kind of the gameplay and where we're at in the second half on whether he's even throwing the football much.
Pretty good balance there. So we're going to go over half interception, under half touchdown pass.
There you go.
All right,
easy money.
That does sound pretty good. That sounds good. I like that. Okay, well, it wouldn't be an Iowa-Nebraska game if we didn't talk special teams. Mm-hmm. And a couple of the headliners going into this one, the punters.
The headliners.
Both Australian natives, both up for the Ray Guy Award. I think there's some kicking academy in Australia that they both worked out at or did some training at. So in rugby guys, from Australia. So for Reyes Dawkin, the Iowa punter, in 10 games, he has punted a square 30 times for 1,274 yards, an average of 42.5 yards per kick, over under 3 punts. It's right there. He averages 3 punts a game.
Give him the over. Give him the over.
They're going to punt us to death, aren't they?
They're going to punt us to death. Give them the over. I honestly believe Iowa likes punting. I think
feels that way.
Yeah, I mean, Iowa's not afraid to all right, didn't work out this series, punt it, get rid of it, get the defense out there. They're
going to be at the Nebraska 37-yard line, down by 4 with 3 minutes left to go in the game, and they're going to punt. Right?
That's their style.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is.
Ferentz hasn't
I'll probably put us to the over, too. I'm going over. You talked me into it.
It's so funny because, like, we'll drive that first drive and we'll go down fourth and whatever. It doesn't matter where we're on the field. We're going for it. We'll fail. And then Iowa's just like, punt it. And then they come out the winners.
And all roads lead to 7-4. And gosh dang it, we're pretty happy about that. That's not bad. Not bad. I'm starting to buy into this mentality, this Big Ten middle of the pack mentality.
That has actually, last week when we lost that game, that helped me post game. Going, you know what? We still got 7 wins.
Hey, we're right there. I mean, we're right there,
Oh, I take the over on those punts.
Over. Yep. Has to be over. It feels like that's also a statement for the Hawkeyes and their offense to just be like, hey, we're going to punt this 5, maybe 6 times today, and we're going to beat you 13-10, 10-9. We don't care.
Let's get our guy involved in it. Why let him,
All right. This is a home game, so like Warhorse and the in-state books, they're all shut down, so you're going to have to get creative or go over the border or whatever. But Archie Wilson, this is a fun one. Over 15.5 penalty yards.
He's good for that.
Last week, he lit that kid up a good 1.5 yards out of bounds. That might have been the best tackle of the game for the Husker defense.
He hammered him. I mean, they need to show that.
That's a rugby.
That's the thing. He probably knows some things from his rugby days that maybe our guys don't know. They need to show that in film study.
It made all the highlight packages, maybe for the wrong reasons, but maybe we should reframe our mind, like what you're saying here, use that for motivational type stuff and be like, guys, linebackers, we're bringing our punter in here. Look what he did here. Look how, I know it was a penalty, but sometimes those penalties fire a team up. Like when your coach gets ejected or something like that.
That's why Bo Pelini was so successful.
Is it?
That's exactly it right there. He would just get guys fired up even when he got a penalty. But if they don't show Archie's hit during the pregame package when Will Compton's giving his pregame speech, we screwed it up if we don't show it.
Will's got to highlight that, right?
Has to.
Because I don't want to belittle Sean Singleton. Guthrie had some really good hits. It was a hard-hitting game against Penn State, but just too much. They're just giving up too much up front. That's where we need that Archie Wilson attitude.
Man, he's been a game changer for us this year.
I think we both like the over here, don't we?
Well, I love the over.
It kind of feels like he has to live up to his namesake, and he's been building towards this all season long. He's the rough and tough rugby style kicker, and there's a little bit of like when your brothers are a rivalry, where they're both from Australia, he's got to outdo that guy.
Yeah, let's get a targeting. Right? Go out there, Archie. Let's get a targeting this week.
Both of them would put him over 15, right?
Oh, yeah. Easy.
Yeah, that's the line. 14 and a half yards.
14 and a half. Let's get a targeting this week.
One 15-yard penalty is all we're asking for here, Archie.
My man. That's incredible.
So, recap. We got Archie going over 14 and a half yards. Penalty yardage. We got Doc and the punter from Iowa going over his 3 punts. In 10 games, he's punted 30 times, so that's right on the nose. We like Mark Gronkowski going under.
Everything.
Under his touchdown total of a half touchdown pass, but over a half interception. So he's going to get that interception. Emmett, 113 yards on the ground. We're going over.
Oh, give me 100. Give me 167.
I would love that.
That would be incredible.
I would love that. And then it'd be even more interesting. Okay, how does Nebraska lose this one? We get the penalty on special teams. We get the 167 yards of rushing from our guy.
We got 7 wins, though.
We do.
Can't take that back.
That's not that bad.
Unless there's some scandal we don't know about. You can't take that back.
It's not a terrible year. 7-5. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
Bad boy mower, pimp stripe bowl, something. Right where we want to be in year 3. That's what I was told. So
year 4 is going to be great.
Oh, I can't wait. All right, you heard the horn. That means we're up against it, but let's take a minute to recognize one of our fabulous partners, and that is the Stock and Rod Company, an outdoor lifestyle brand for those seeking adventure. Whether it's hunting, fishing, hiking, they got you covered. Visit stockandrod.com to get your wild game on. Don't go anywhere. This is WTL.